Cool. We're good to go.
What's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Shine. I'm solo, but we're going to have a special guest, we hope. Right, Devin?
That's right.
I love it. I got the earphones now. I can hear I kind of liked it, but I can hear myself speak. That's a little different.
Yeah, that's a little different.
When you play, do you have that in your head? Like,
Yeah, I like to hear myself.
so you hear yourself.
Yeah.
It's not earphones. It's actually hearing it.
Yep.
Interesting. Wow. All right, so we try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Do I have to connect anything? Oh, no.
You're good. You can just call. Oh, wow.
We can hear that too.
Uh-huh.
We're bringing in. It's not really.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
This is Nick calling from the Shine. I feel like a radio show, a radio host right now.
We're on a radio show.
I feel like I am because we're calling you in, and can you hear Devin?
Awesome.
Oh,
Is it working?
Oh, there you go.
There you are. Okay. I think me.
Hi, Devin.
Hi.
I'm moving my hands and I smacked the microphone. You know me. I gotta move. I gotta learn to move slower. I'm a fast mover.
Make that an intention when you're gone.
I know. I will make that intention to learn how to move. Well, I think we're gonna be moving slow. So, how was your trip?
Yeah, so it was good. It was really good. It was a little dicey there for a few minutes. We weren't sure we were gonna make our connection, but
Okay.
A little dicey.
the stars aligned and we made it.
Are you
So,
at the condo now?
No, we're in the car.
Okay. All right. Well, so yeah, this is gonna work then. So you could be able to call me when I'm in Everest. So we just have to get the time and figure that out.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they can hear us and so all right, let's talk about the week, as if you're right here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. That's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So what happened
Okay.
this week?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. What did we do this week? What did we do this week? We
Well-
did a lot of preparing for being away. Is that?
Yeah,
I would
that
say
was
that's the thing.
that was a lot. We got to see Devin play.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
awesome.
That was
That
fun.
was awesome. That was Saturday night. That was really fun.
A really cool little. What's the name of it?
Quarry Hill.
Corey Hill Winery. It's really cool. It was
Yeah.
like I guess better than expected. I didn't know what to expect from Berlin Heights, which is a small little town.
Yeah, you don't expect much, but when you get there, everything's awesome.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I saw somebody at the club and was telling about it, and she goes to a lot of wineries, and I said, "You ever heard of that place?" And she's like, "No, I never been there." Then she goes, "Oh, is it the one with the big patio outside and you overlook the whole thing? It's beautiful." I said, "Yeah, that's it." She goes, "Oh, yeah, I've been there." So
Yeah. It was really pretty. And it was, it was cold that night, but so we were inside with the fire on and the glass windows all around. So we had a really beautiful view of the sunset. You could just imagine when the weather's warm and you're out on the patio and the orchards are there,
right,
not just the skeletons of the of the
and
orchards.
the food was great, and Devin, he
it was
rocked.
awesome.
You were great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was so
Yeah.
glad you guys came.
Yeah, it was fun. It was just
was
mellow. We got home.
perfect.
Yeah, we were home early. It was great. I was in bed by 10.
That is also our jam, being home early.
Yes, it is. So tell everybody where you're at.
Where I'm at, I
Yeah.
am actually in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Going to her favorite place in the whole world.
Yes, it is my favorite place in the whole world.
It's
We're
her
driving.
jam.
We flew in. It is. We flew into Savannah, Georgia, which is a really fun, cool city. We didn't stay there this time, but we've done that in the past. We're on the way in or on the way out. We stay in Savannah.
I'm not. I like it. It's a cool place, but nighttime it's really freaky because it's very ghost like.
You're afraid. It is one of the most haunted cities in
Yeah,
America.
it's like the whole place has this vibe of like ghosts and spirits and whatnot. I'm not a fan. I like the daytime. I like to be there in the day, then leave by. It's kind of like being a vampire, but the opposite.
You want to be there, not at night.
Not at night.
We had. What did you do when we did the ghost tour and it was a full moon that night and we
Me
went
and
out and did
Dante
the ghost
stayed
tour?
in the light. We did not walk anywhere dark. Our plan was we stayed in the street. If we had to go from place to place, we tried not to go anywhere that was not had a light shining on it. We
That's so
avoided
funny.
anything we could that looked like it could be scary. That's
We
what,
were hoping to see a ghost.
that's what Dante and I did. We went
Dominic,
and got ice
Dominic and I
cream.
were hoping to see a ghost. We went to the cemetery under a full moon.
Yeah, we did not do that.
Yeah.
Me and Dante were scaredy cats that were like, you should have saw us. We had like literally, if the street light was like the shadow like off, we didn't go into the shadow. We walked into the street to stay within the light.
In the light.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. That's a little dramatic, don't you think?
we were very dramatic.
Oh,
So we did that.
funny.
But yeah, so it's your jam, your piece. You love it there.
Yep. Yep, I do.
It's great. I like it there. It's a great place too.
It's
So we-
very relaxing.
So we did that.
It's probably
Yeah.
going to be a busy weekend. I imagine there's a lot of people coming for Easter weekend.
Yeah. You're gonna be with your parents and sisters, and
Mm-hmm.
it'll be great. I'm gonna be just got everything. Got my air tags. I put air tags on the bag.
You did find them. Okay,
I did
that's
find
good.
them. Yeah, so I just got them hooked up, and
You tested them, make sure they work.
I think so. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
really understand them, but they're kind of cool.
You
But
need
I
to
did
talk
hear
to
this, though.
somebody.
People
Have
use.
Devin help you.
I will. I have people. Well, Devin. I said Devin had to. I don't know. Devin's kind of. I don't know if he's are you an Apple guy.
Oh yeah, everything Apple.
And then you should have been all over. I was like, he goes, I don't have them. How come you don't have them?
I don't know.
You're an Apple snob. They have everything, right?
They do. I mean, I don't think there's anything I'd put it on that I need.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
I don't know if you drink, but I just heard this we were down in the club. They said people put them in their friends' pockets when they go to the bars, so they don't lose them.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
That is a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah.
So I think it's gonna work. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
just had like some kid in Nashville went missing.
Yeah.
And they found him.
Really?
Did they find him
Yeah, he was in the river.
dead.
Oh,
yeah,
geez.
and
I
but
didn't
like
know
something like that, if he had
Yeah.
a like something he didn't know he had, they'd have been able to find him.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They showed him walking. I didn't know if they found. I was hoping he was like somewhere. It's
Well,
too bad.
that's actually a really good use of a AirTag.
That would be good.
Well, and it's cool. So on AirTags, if someone, so like people have used them in bad ways, like they'll put them in people's cars without them knowing. iPhones have
Yeah.
a feature; it'll tell you that there is an AirTag near you tracking your location that isn't yours.
Ah.
So
I have seen people post on Facebook when they get those notifications and
Yeah.
say, "What does this mean?" And yeah, it means somebody else put an AirTag on your car,
Yep.
pretty much.
Interesting.
and
That's scary.
It freaked us out one day. Me and my girlfriend were on our way home from work, and we got it. And I guess my AirPods were doing it. So like new AirPods, you can track their location. And because I had
Oh.
my AirPods, her phone was like, "Yeah, there's something tracking your phone." And we had thought we were
Oh.
just like getting tracked. We're like, "Oh, well, this is it. They know where we live now. We're home."
Right.
So good.
But it was the AirPods.
Yep.
Thank goodness. That's crazy. That is crazy.
So talking about today, travel, how we travel. Also, I've been getting a lot of questions. We're going to talk a little bit about Everest and why. Even though I'm not going to the big dog, but still people are like, why, right?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I was just telling Ernon that you're going, and he's like, he's not climbing to the top. Then why is he going? So yeah, it's a good question. I think a lot of people have that.
well, the top
question.
is, but even like going to Everest, people are like, the top is a little bit, it's,
You're less likely to die if you don't go to the top.
yes. I mean, it's like, some of these places, it's definitely, but it's also, I mean, it's expensive, it's long, it's, there's a lot of factors. And yeah, you can die. And like, am I scared? I'm not scared of like doing it, but I also think what we're doing, going even like 20,000 feet is a jump. It's a pretty big, not many people have been to over 6,000 meters, 20,000 feet.
Yeah.
Do you know how do you say that word? What word did I give you? How do you say it wrong? Misogi. You ever hear that, Shay?
I have no
Misogi?
idea. What does that mean?
A misogi.
What is it?
So it's
it's
a
like
ja- Japanese practice of cleansing and purifying the mind, body, and spirit.
But is it like a trek or no?
So misogi, no, is basically, and they do it through, it can be a truck through tough physical and mental challenges, right?
Yeah, I have seen some people like set goals for those things.
Yeah. So that's kind of like, I guess I never called it that, but that's why I like it. That's the biggest why.
Yeah.
Is like, this will be definitely, 20,000 feet is going to be a challenge, going up to what we got to go up, the summit, Lobuche is going to be. I mean, it's not technically mountaineering hard, but it's like you're pretty much walking up a hill. With crampons on, and you're like one little inch at a time. So it's still a. They use it to practice to go to Everest. And there's a lot of other things for Everest. So going all the way up there and going to Everest, like I said, is a whole nother level of commitment. But there's only, I think you'll like this. There's only 2 rules for Misogi. You know what they are?
I do not.
Make it really, really, really hard is the first rule.
Okay.
And the second rule, and you'll love this one, don't die.
That sounds like it's exactly up your alley.
That's the only 2 rules. I'm like, that's a pretty good. I love it. Like the Grand Canyon was definitely last year's Misogi.
Yeah. Right.
This would be this year, and I guess we got a chat going. We're going back to the Grand Canyon to take Kevin back, so who couldn't make it last year.
Yeah, I saw Lewis wants to get in on that too.
Yeah, he's been right. Yeah, I know. I don't know if he knows what he's up to, but we'll get him through though. We'll definitely get him through.
It's crazy.
So, see, now I gotta figure out how to have my phone not. I had it on Do Not Disturb because it beeping on me.
Can you still hear me or no?
Yeah, I can. Yep. But yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So why base camp? I don't know that you answered it.
Well, I think because of that, it's kind of like
it does that. It's really, really hard, but you're not likely to die.
Yeah, and I think the base camp isn't. I'm not really too worried about that because I've seen people not in very good shape. I think the Misogi is going to be Lobuche. I think the overall experience,
which is
yeah.
I mean, this is not a good word, but it's like a mini mountain on,
yeah.
It's not as high as the summit of Everest, but you're going up from base camp.
Yes, yeah, we're going to 20,000. We're at 17. We're going to 20.
A little mini summit.
Yes, it's a mini summit, and it is something that's legit. People do 14s around here, and that's a big thing. Obviously, and it's I was just looking at Mount Rainier, not Rainier. I'm sorry, McKinley in Alaska is 20,300 feet roughly, and that's a bit. Now, granted, you're going from, I think the elevation is different the way you go up, and it's a lot more technical. There's a lot more depth factor in McKinley. Frank did that, yeah. I mean, it's you could be, the weather comes in, it's bad weather. It's a little bit different than this. Where, same thing with Everest is, Everest is a whole nother world. It's, you got to go through the ice falls. You got to go on ladders. There's a lot more avalanches and just life-threatening. Plus, there's so many people to go up there. You're waiting in line.
That blows my mind. I don't understand how all those people.
I'm not waiting in line. There ain't nothing. I don't even wait in line to eat at a restaurant. I'm not going to wait in line to climb a freaking mountain. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I get it. It's cool. But you see those lines? No. They're 2-3 hour lines.
Just waiting for your turn to cross.
Could you imagine me on a mountain waiting in line? I'm impatient as it is and miserable.
Plus, that's got to be so miserable. I mean, just cold, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, awful.
It's kind of like waiting.
It sounds awful.
It's like waiting in California traffic. I can't take
a little different, I think.
I don't think so. I can see why people get road rage. I get it. I get it in Tiffin when I get. You missed that light in Tiffin. Next thing you know, you're behind 5 cars.
The one light. There's more than one light.
Well, but if you miss the one, it sets you up for the whole rest of the way.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Trying to get through Tiffin. If you hit them, you get it right. If you do it, you're boom, boom, boom right through. But you miss that one, it's I'm stuck in traffic.
Every time.
Every time.
Damn
it. It's always when you're running late, too, or a little behind.
I know. I went around. I was going somewhere this morning, and I went around. I didn't go downtown. I'm not going to hit all that traffic. And I went that other street, whatever it is. What's
that is so funny that there's nothing. Well, I drove to Columbus this morning at 5:30 this morning. Is it 5:30? Yeah, 5 o'clock. There was quite a lot of traffic on 270, the loop around Columbus.
Yeah.
It wasn't packed, but there was way more cars than I thought there would be. It felt like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right. And I don't know. People listening, I think, take on the Misogi. I think the Misogi is awesome. I've always said that. You know, I mean, we've talked about I've done Leadville. I did some different things. Did the burpees. Gotta watch this crazy guy. He ran with Jesse Itzler at the Grand Canyon. He's actually going up Everest this year. Young kid. He bear crawled for a marathon under 24 hours.
That's ridiculous.
How awesome is that? I was like, that's pretty damn. I didn't see.
So they like. I mean, I have no desire to do anything that is anything like that.
Well, but it does. I guess a Misogi could be anything that's relative to you.
Okay.
Like, I don't think you have to bear crawl 20. I mean, this guy's in phenomenal shape. He's a badass. You know what I mean? Like, I think some things are like, you know, for me,
I mean,
like,
even just doing a marathon, like finishing a marathon,
would be, that would be your
was my
Misogi.
level.
Yeah. That, even like now, that would be, you haven't done that. You know what I mean? Like, that would be a Misogi. That would be
I
hard.
haven't done it in a while, right?
That would be really hard for you. I mean, I'm just saying for you, like, that would be really hard. And
Right.
you know, you're not going to die. You know what I mean? So
Right.
you're hitting the two good rules, you know? You know, but,
Right.
but like for me, like a marathon for me is not a Misogi.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I've done it.
You got to go 100 miles.
Well,
at least.
maybe unless I said, hey, I'm going to do it and I'm going to do it in 3:30, which
Then
would
right.
be hell, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be even harder. Oof, God. I think that'd be worse training to do that for me to get that.
To try and get that much faster.
Yeah. You know, but doing 100 mile, you know, now they're doing 100 miles, they're doing 200 miles, you know, 300 miles now. I've heard the Barkley.
It's insane to me.
They're doing the backyard things are crazy now. You know, total line every 40 minutes you're gonna run 4 miles until somebody stops. You know, and the guy from Harvey from Cincinnati or Columbus, he did. Oh gosh, I think he did 300 something miles. I think it was like 82 hours.
That's crazy.
Oh, it's nuts. It's crazy. You know, just but I do think though you do stuff like that, right? And some people maybe, you know, could be I'm going to walk for a half hour. You know what I mean? Maybe they're just out of that shape like that. That's the thing. I don't think people think that it has to be this. It's all I mean, like I said, I think it's all relative to what you do and where you're at and what you perceive as hard. You know, for me, probably meditating for an hour would be a Misogi.
Yeah, I was about to say maybe yours is like going to Florida and like peak summer and relaxing.
Yes.
Oh God.
Devin, you're on the right track. He doesn't have to seek all this crazy physical stuff. He just has to seek the what would be hard. That would be really hard for him. That would be really hard.
Oh, come on. I've been
Make
doing
it through a 90-minute yoga class.
That would be hard.
That would be. See, you don't even have to fly halfway around the world. You just got to go to a yoga studio down the street.
That'd be hard.
That would be really hard for you.
I don't know. Yeah. Let's not get crazy. We're trying to just do Misogis. We're not trying to like.
Yeah, don't forget about rule number 2. You can't
Okay.
die.
Yes.
You know, you-
Right.
I know. Rule number 2: don't die. That's the biggest thing. Yeah. I don't know. But I like it. It's a definitely. I think the other thing, you know, why going there is I think for me is just to see it. You know, be that close to Everest. You know, at one point in my life, I thought about, you know, and I don't know if I ever would have done it. You know, really, it's a lot. I mean, it's a lot. It's a big commitment. But I think 20 years ago is different though. It's gotten a little bit crazier. You know, now since.
I think the time, it was always a long time commitment.
Yeah.
Maybe not as much money, I don't know, but the time commitment is, you can't really get around that because of that altitude.
Yeah, time was always there, but I think the biggest thing for people was, you know, about 50,000, 70,000 is what people were paying back then. That's a lot.
Crazy.
I mean,
That's a lot.
I mean, it's kind of
like twice the average American salary. That's a lot.
No, it is definitely. I mean, in the time, I mean, we're fortunate, you know, for what we do now, and you know, with the business and work with network marketing and
yeah,
you know, be able to have 20. You know, I'm going 22 days. You know,
yeah.
So I work Saturday. I'm gonna work in the club Saturday. Then
you couldn't have done that before, for sure.
No, not at all. No, to leave that long. No, I think. Heck, remember I wouldn't even leave Monday. I'd leave a Monday and a Friday, and that was it. Very rarely would I take off.
Best.
Leadville, I think
Yeah.
it was the
So
long.
it's
The time I did Leadville, I think it was the longest. And I think I left Wednesday. But I think I had, I didn't think Donnie was there. I think I had a couple
somebody
associates.
else
Yeah,
covering.
somebody else covering
Yeah.
it was working.
Yeah. So to have the actual time and the flexibility because of the work.
Yeah, it's gonna be. We just talked about it. It's gonna be 28 years, the longest we've ever been away. I think the longest was 7 days, wasn't it?
I don't even think it's been 7. I think it's probably been more like 5. But
5, yeah.
either way,
I know, long
nowhere
time.
near 21,
No,
22,
I know,
23 days, whatever it is. Yeah.
I know. See, you'd be a great traveling partner because you don't. Your sense of smell's bad, so the smell would never bother you.
Yeah. That's where
You would thrive
that
at the.
never bothers
You would
me.
thrive in this environment, because
Not in the cold.
not in the cold. I'm saying in the
The lack of smell is to
no
my
shower.
benefit 99% of the time.
Yeah, you would not be happy with this. I think you'd like the whole area and the whole deal, but I don't think the cold and the roughing it. Not even the roughing it. I think the cold would get you.
The cold. I guarantee the cold.
Yeah, because you do okay in altitude. You didn't do bad in Leadville.
Nope.
You
You
never.
feel it for sure.
Yeah, but
Even just walking, you feel it. But I never felt sick at all.
you didn't have headaches. You didn't have I got a whole kitchen table full of stuff ready to pack up.
You got to decide what's coming out of that pack though, because you can't take all of it, can you?
No, well, I think I could take majority of it over to Kathmandu, and then I have to make a decision there.
Okay.
So they
Then what do you do with what you leave? You just leave it for
they put it.
whoever?
They have places that they'll keep it. The
Oh, okay.
yeah, because I've heard of people like keeping their stuff there and whatever they don't think they're gonna need. So that's what I'll do. I'll just keep. I mean, I don't think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be more the candy and I'll probably just give it away.
Well, that was your goal for it anyway, right? Just to give it away.
Yeah, to take it with the porters, but
where did you see that to bring like
just
candy
online.
that
Yeah,
they
they
can't
said
get over there, or just some things that are
snacks and
unique
stuff.
to America or whatever?
Yep.
Yeah,
It was online. Yeah, they kind of talked about things that they like, and so I'm excited. Yeah, so it'd be 5 of us traveling together. It's supposed to be the busiest time, so we'll see. Probably a lot of people will be on the trek.
I think you're gonna meet a lot of people. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I hope so.
From all over the world. Yeah.
Yeah, that, and I'm excited. I forget what little town is. There's a lake that we can go cold plunging in. I'm excited about that.
Ah.
It's like 10. I think it's supposed. It's up higher, so it's going to be. I think it's around the 15,000 mark, and you can. There's a lake up there that you can walk into.
You
it
just
and,
get in.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's like a
That's
20
miserable.
minute. It's like a 20-minute hike to it, and then you jump in and then walk home. What do you think, Devin?
Don't do it by yourself, please.
I'm not gonna. I got guides. I got people. I got a guy.
Okay.
Nick's got a
I
guy.
hope so.
Nick
He always does.
Nick always has
The
a guy.
story of Nick's life. He has a guy.
You got to have a guy.
That's right.
Have a guy for your polar plunge in the mountains.
That's like, yeah. Hey,
Don't do it by yourself.
I won't. I know. Like I'm getting. I already got the lecture this morning. Make smart choices.
Make good choices.
I'm
make
not
smart
gonna.
choices.
I'm not gonna be around. Make smart choices. Just think, Devin. That's
Well, yeah, because I'm usually the one that holds you back from making not smart choices.
But see, I got it in my head though. I made a promise to you.
Oh, that's
I'm coming.
helpful.
I'm coming back, so I can't be like thinking, wait, what would Shayna do? What would she tell me? That's what I'm gonna be
See?
thinking.
Okay.
Most of the time, I'd be thinking, okay, should I be doing this or not?
See, we're just concerned about the other voices getting a little louder than Shayna's voice in your
Yes,
head.
right. That's
think there's-
exactly right.
There's
Devin.
probably someone in
That
your
is
head
exactly.
saying, "No, you should do it." No.
That's
right.
That's the problem. There's always someone in my head that says that.
My voice has to be the louder one.
It will
has
be.
to win.
Your voice will win.
It has to win.
It
That's
will win.
funny. That is so true.
I do have voices in my head. I know. I'm like, what's that show? Dominic would know the Split. Is it Split? The guy has all the different personalities.
Oh yeah.
Or what's that one old school movie with the girl that was she had like 27 different personalities. Oh,
Is that? I think that might be based on a true story.
it is. Oh gosh. Is it old, probably 70s movies?
I'm not gonna know.
Split was one, but there was oh gosh, an old one. Yeah, what the heck is the name of it? Not it's a girl's name. Oh shoot, he's looking it up. It's what? Fate? Not Maybell? No.
Oh wait,
Sybil.
Sybil.
Sybil. Yeah. Yeah. What year? Yeah. What was that? That was. Was that a TV?
1976.
76. Yes.
That was
Who was in that? Yeah. It was somebody that was. Do you
I
remember that?
accidentally.
Do you remember that movie? Sally
Me?
Field. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sally Field was in it. Yeah. Interesting. Yep. How close are you to getting to the condo?
We are just a few minutes away, actually.
Okay.
My dad just landed. My mom and dad just landed at the Hilton Head Airport. I may need to go pick them up. I'm trying to figure out what their plans are to get a ride. They were way delayed. Oh
Yeah.
no, they have
And
a ride.
you were what, delayed on the tarmac?
Yeah.
That's good.
Not for any plane reason though, which is good.
Okay. That's good. Yeah. And that's what I'm worried about.
We were delayed because the Charlotte airport was super busy and they didn't want us to
be in the air.
get in the air because they didn't have room for us to land when we got there. So we just waited in Columbus and then we got to Charlotte.
How long was your layover?
Charlotte's originally is supposed to be 50 minutes, 50, and we literally they were boarding the last group when we got there.
Wow.
So we were close to.
That's good. But
we made it.
Yeah, so we literally looked at my things. We leave Cleveland 5:00, go to New York 2 hour. Then we go from New York to Qatar. That's a 12 or 13 hour flight. I only have 50 minutes in Qatar to get on our plane from there to Kathmandu. So I don't know.
That could be interesting.
I know. So I don't know if I have to it's kind of like, I was thinking it's kind of like the Italy trip when we went to, we shouldn't have to go into customs because it's not our final destination.
Yeah, probably not.
So we
shouldn't.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have to pick our bags.
Should be fine.
I'm just hoping I don't have to pick my bags and my bags are going right to wherever they need to go. Because it's like American. And
you're not going to have time for that.
I know. It's American Airlines and it's Qatar Airlines, which I don't know if I think they're connected or they're kind of something, I think. You know how it's like an operated by. So hopefully it's checked through because if it's not, I'm in trouble. Well, I'm not really in trouble because we get in at 1:00 in the morning. So worst case scenario, we're stuck in.
Just sleep there.
Yeah, sleep there. Then I have all day. We don't leave until Lucala until the 3rd. So I have a day to get there, and it doesn't put
figure it out.
Yeah, doesn't put us behind. So.
All right. Well, we're pulling in. I'm gonna say goodbye to you guys.
Okay.
And I will.
So we'll see you.
Devin, I'll see you next week, and then Nick will call in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Well, you'll call us. You'll call me because I'm gonna get.
We'll call you.
International thing on your phone, so I'm gonna work on that. But okay, love you.
Right.
We got.
Sounds good.
You can't hear, but we got clapping right now. I got the earphones on.
I think she should be able to hear it.
Can you hear the clapping?
Great. Yeah, I heard it.
That's awesome. All right, love you. We'll talk to you.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Devin.
Bye.
All right, that's working good, Devin.
Yeah.
That's how we roll. This is like serious
What's up?
stuff going right here. That's like we can give a guess, and now the whole thing can be video in.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We can. Oh, like a FaceTime.
Or we could do it. I'd have to put it on my computer, but then we could do.
So you'd call them from your computer?
Yep. If we did Zoom, we'd have to do it through Zoom, yeah. And then they'd be able to hear everything still, and it'd be great.
That's awesome. So Zoom would probably be the way to do it.
Yeah.
I like it. I think I hear it's funny. It's like this thing really picks up things. I got to be careful. It's like if I'm breathing, I'm like I can hear it in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's kind of I think it's good for me to have on.
Yeah. No, some people prefer it.
Do we have them for the next one? We should get them. Well, not. I guess Shayna could have these on, but then
I brought one. I only had one extender, so we'll have to get.
Just show me. Yeah, we'll get that on Amazon. So look at us talking about our production. We're a production crew. No, but so people are listening. I mean, I definitely think look at that Misogi and see I totally believe in that. I totally believe that when you do stuff like that, when you do hard things, that you think there's no way I can do it. You know what I mean? It when you're done, it's almost like, what can I do?
Yeah.
You know, and then now there's always a level and there's another level but you also at a point of, doesn't mean like, you know, if you did a marathon now, you can't do another marathon. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't mean that could be still a tough one, but it's like, you know, but those are easy and it's like a walk in a park. Then it's like, okay, what else can you do? You know? So like some people pick, like I said, we picked, last year I did Grand Canyon, which I'll do this one. I'll do this thing. The 20,000 peak is going to be mine. And then plus we're going to do Grand Canyon again. I've talked about the burpees. I've done 9 hours of burpees where 12 and a half laps around the track. It was intense. And then I trained for to do a 10K, which would have been 25 laps. And it seemed like I'd get up to like 2 miles and my back would hurt. And it's getting harder and harder. I don't know if that's going to be it's tough. I should have done that when I was 25, you know, but I still think I can do it. So, you know, but I think that definitely, you know, the why is, I think that's what it is. I think it's more, that's the reason why, you know, like I said, why I'm not going up top, because you know what? I don't think it's that. I got it in me. Like, that's a big difference. I think it'd be really cool to go to top of Everest. I think but it's not like on my list. It's not in my heart. Like, I don't feel like something that's calling me. You know, and like, I think the other thing, you can't go into it like worried like you're going to die. Yeah, I mean, because I think if you do that you make a mistake. You know, I mean, I think that's something like most people are doing. I mean, I don't think they have, because a lot of people think, oh, they have a death wish. They don't have a death wish. I think they want to live. Yeah. You know what I mean? And they feel like that's the way to be alive. Like I think that's wrong. People think people that do crazy things are you know, trying to die. I don't think anybody does, but it's a thrill of doing something that nobody does.
Yeah.
You know, which is neat. You know, but so if you're out there, I mean, I think definitely, you know, pick something, put it on your board. I mean, it could be if you don't run, it could be you know, walk for 4 hours, walk for 6 hours. Yeah, I mean, like pick a plot and say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk. I'm going to do, and I suggest if you haven't done it before, make sure you have plenty of water and that kind of stuff. You know, what time of the year, but do loops. Yeah, I mean, so have a 5 mile loop around your house and do it 5 times. You know, so you walk 5 miles. 20, you know, it's going to be if you're walking 20-minute miles. I mean, you're 3 miles an hour. Yeah, I mean, you're going to walk, you know, 5 miles in an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes. You know, get some water, drink something, do another, do those, you know, do that, you know, 20 miles and do a 20-mile walk. I mean, that's kind of something that how you're going to think that, you know, when you get done, you're like, wow, I did it, you know.
Yeah.
What's your Misogi going to be? We're going to make you do one.
I want to do something.
Okay. Well, let's pick.
This week's been crazy, so I've been with the spring break where I work. It's been super busy. So I mean, I haven't been getting less than 20,000 steps a night. I mean, delivering pizzas, but that's kind of. I mean, I don't know if 20,000 is a lot. It's a lot for what we normally do, and that it's been kicking my butt.
10 miles. I mean, it's walking. Yeah, it's definitely good. I mean, the steps are good, and but the thing is, like I say, like pick something that like, hey, okay, I'm gonna walk or run. I'm going to do this. Even another Misogi could be, I'm going to stay up all night. I'm going to stay up 24 hours. Like that's another thing. I know a guy that, you know, would, you know, get in his chair and just would stay up. And it's the same thing. Like, okay, great. Can you stay up all night? Yeah, I mean, and just sit on a chair, not watch a TV, and try to stay up all night.
That sounds awful.
It's really awful. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like, oh boy.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like being tired and being, you know, it's like, it's hard. I think that's hard to do. You know, I've been up and, you know, I ran and done things where, you know, I do 100-mile runs and you're doing it for 30 hours and you're up, you know, 40 hours. But you're doing something, you know, you're tired. Sometimes you kind of sleep when you walk. But I think people need to it purifies the mind. It shows them that they can do things that they don't think they can do. Because I get so many people say, oh, I can never run a marathon. Like, do you think you can run a marathon?
No, probably not. I think I could. I'd have to work for it.
But see, I think, but I'm saying, like, if I said, hey, you know, you have to go from point A to point B, it's 26.2 miles, okay? And you have to do it within 6 hours, or somebody you love is going to die.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it.
You do it. So so that's most people. It's just the why to do it.
Yeah.
Right. They don't have the purpose to do it. That's the thing is finding the purpose, and the purpose is really just showing yourself that you're better than you think. You can do more than you think you can. You're better than you think you can. You know, you're stronger than you think you are. Just pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think I've been thinking about a lot. Last week you talked about how you just really don't worry.
Yeah.
And I thought, I was like, I worry all the time. But then I think maybe because you do so many things where it's like, you probably felt like it was the end. Like you're like, I don't know if I can do it. And then you kept doing it and doing it. And so like, I always heard whenever you're struggling, think about like the worst thing you've ever been through. And it's like, you made it through that. So like, you'll be fine. Just like keep going.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. At a young age, my father taught me, my mom passed away and, when I was 21 years old, you know what I mean? A breast cancer. And I remember, Dad, and I think I've talked about it one of the shines, or I know I've talked about it before. And he just said like, you can't bring her back. You know what I mean? So it was a moment of, he just said like, my father always taught me, control the things you control you. That's all you can control. Yeah. I mean, so I really focus on, and like, I've had some moments of worry, not worrying. Like my worry is more like, and Shayna would get mad at me, not mad at me. She's like, well, just go out there and just be okay with it. Like I remember we talked on the Shine last week. I couldn't sleep all night because I had a dream that I didn't make the first stop. The first stop, I got pulled out of this walk. They're like, you can't go any farther. And I'm like, I didn't make it like even 4,000. It was like at that time, I think I thought it was only like 4,000 feet, but it's higher. But still, I didn't make it up to 4,000 feet. That was it. And I was out, and I was like, so I didn't sleep the whole night. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't sleep. It's like, I got to make, because I also think like, I also want to do the best I can. And, and I'm not going there not to make it, you know what I mean? And I don't have doubt, but it's like, worry comes in. I just don't labor on it. Like it's not something that it may come, and I just look at worry as like a cloud, right? When a cloud passes, I let it pass. So it'll be here for a little bit, and then it goes. You know what I mean? Because I think when it overwhelms you, that's the problem. Because that's worry will stop you from doing so many things, great things, and being great. Is because you worry about it. Like, what if I fail? Just like that. Like, but I'm also saying if I fail, what's the difference?
Right.
A lot of people wouldn't even fly there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's the thing, that I don't try to compare myself to anybody, because, comparison is a robber, comparison's a thief of joy. So it just robs you of joy, because, there's always somebody doing better. Somebody's going up to the top of Mount Everest with no oxygen. And there's somebody that won't even, leave Tiffin.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I compare myself. It's, so just be within myself. And like I said, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to be in the moment. I can't wait to, talk to you guys next week. So we'll be about 4 days in. So it'll be awesome. So have you guys call me. I think my satellite phone's coming today, so I'm going to try to figure all that stuff out. So
I'm excited. That'd be so cool.
But other than that, I don't got anything else. You got anything else, Devin?
I don't think so.
No. Well, follow us, share this out. We'd appreciate it. We're on YouTube, so definitely we got the links up there, right?
Yep. And then we also have all the audio versions on like Apple Podcasts, Spotify. So if you can't catch the video and you want to listen in your car or something, it's all up. At least 1 through 8 is. This week I should have the rest up. So.
Awesome. So remember, the world needs your light to shine. We need your light to shine, and you definitely need your light to shine. Have an amazing week. We'll see you next week on The Shine. Appreciate y'all.